Hello everyone, welcome to Sabrina's Crafty Corner or Sabrina's Crafty Home Decor, depending on where you're watching from. This is a platform I picked up from Goodwill, and I already sanded down the wording and designs on it. And then I took Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel, and I painted 2 coats, front and back, and the sides. And this is Crackle Medium by Folk Art, and I measured my rice paper image that I'm going to use for this craft, and I am just putting the Crackle Medium around the edges where the paper won't be. I don't want the crackle underneath my image. So you see I leave the center there undone. So you just want a thin, even coat. And then I also went along all 4 edges with it. If you like my videos, please, if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below. Then click on the bell, then click on all, so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. If you're watching from one of my Facebook pages, Sabrina's Crafty Home Decor or Sabrina's Crafty Corner, please be sure to give me a like and a follow. So I dried it with my heat tool, and now I'm giving it a coat of Waverly Cashew chalk paint. And be careful not to overbrush it because of the Crackle Medium underneath. If you overbrush, it tends to pull the paint away from the board. And I'm just doing the top and the edges, not the back. And you can see that beautiful crackle that it left. So now I am painting the center with Mod Podge where the image is going to go. Now in hindsight, really, normally I paint the back of the image instead and then place the image. That way I can be sure to, it gets, you know, all up underneath the paper. So, and so I did a coat under and to glue it down, and now I am doing a coat over the picture to seal it. And I am taking a nail file and I'm just pressing in where the slats are, the divide, and then I'm using my brush to smooth out the paper so that it's flush. And now I'm going to iron. After I dried this, I dried it with my heat tool, and now I'm just ironing it very, very lightly to get out any creases or bubbles or wrinkles or bubbles in the image. And this is fabric, or some of it's fabric or ribbon that I've already coffee stained ahead of time. And I don't have a bow dabra, so this is my homemade bow dabra. And so this is strips of muslin, coffee stained, as well as strips of different types of lace. And then this is some off-white beads that I picked up from Temu. That I put on the top. And now I'm just tying it all together with a piece of jute twine. And I'm fluffing out my bow. And then this is lavender. And I chose lavender for this craft. I'm just tying a bunch of lavender with some jute twine and I'll tie it in a little bow and then hot glue it to the center of our ribbon there. And I chose lavender because lavender is what lavender oil is what Jesus was anointed with before he died on the cross. And now I am hot gluing that into place. And this is a cross that a wooden cross I got from Michaels. And they're only, I think, 99 cents there. And I am staining it with this stain that I got from, I can't remember if it was Home Depot or Lowe's, but it's called Old American. And now I'm using Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel and these nails that I got from the hardware store. I am painting them with burnt umber and then using cinnamon and paprika to make them, and pressing that into the wet paint to make them look rusted. And these three nails represent the three nails Jesus was, or that they used to crucify Jesus on the cross. And now I'm taking about 10 toothpicks and I'm cutting off the pointed tips. And I'm going to use Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel to paint those. Now off camera I used a dabber sponge to paint these with, because trying to do it one at a time was messy and taking forever. And they were hard to hang on to. So now I'm just going to hot glue the pointed tips up just all over this little vine wreath. I got a bag of these. I found a whole bag of those at Goodwill. So usually I make my own crown using a large vine wreath, but these were the perfect size, and there was about 24 of them in the bag. So, and I'm just gluing the thorns in various places except for the very top of the crown, because it's going to go behind the cross. And now this is just me. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I don't like my hot glue to show, so I just use some burnt umber, and I'm just using a very, very fine brush, and I am painting everywhere I can see the hot glue, just to blend it in so that the hot glue can't be seen. And now I'm taking some wood glue. I already found my letters and spelled out the word forgiven, and I'm starting from the bottom and working my way up to the top. And I am just using my finger. I mean, you can use a fine brush too, but I just used my finger and applied glue to the backs of the letters. I don't like using hot glue for this because it shows, so I use wood glue. And then to wood glue, the letters will still slide around a little bit, so I can adjust them to make sure that they're straight and spaced evenly. I use the Ultimate Gorilla wood glue. And now I'm going to hot glue the cross into place on the opposite side of the, there we go. And then I hot glued the crown on top of the cross. And it's on the opposite side of the ribbon of the bow that we made. And now I hot glued these in place, but then the hot glue didn't stick very well, so I ended up redoing that. And instead I painted E6000 glue on the backs of the nails and used that to glue them into place. That worked much better. And here is our finished craft. Now, if you saw me do this on a live, you know that I used rusty wire as a hanger, but the back of this one already had an indent in it for to hang it on the wall. So I didn't add the rusty wire to this. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.